Well, good morning. No, I didn't forget what I was going to say. I was just looking at the screen. Good morning, present and future subscribers. How is everybody doing today? And if you're not a subscriber, why not? As Dream would say, it's free, and you can always unsubscribe later, especially if I say something you don't like. Which is entirely possible. Given that the purpose of this is as much general chat, or in other words me talking, as it is actually playing the video game. Welcome back to the Long Dark. It seems I am turning into a Long Dark streaming channel, at least this week. I may well. Hey, I have no problem with playing the Long Dark and streaming it. To be honest with you, of the other games I've streamed, this one has some of the most long-term streamability. I suppose No Man's Sky does. Sky Children of the Light actually has endless streaming capabilities, but to be honest with you, that gets a little boring for people watching, because you'd end up watching me do the same thing over and over again, albeit maybe with different avatars. As usual, I'm waiting for 9 o'clock. Hopefully people who like watching will have received notification and will now be in the presence of dashing to find out what I'm going to be doing or talking about today. So, just a little reminder, I won't be streaming at 9 o'clock tomorrow. I definitely have to go out, and I won't be streaming on Sunday. At least not at 9 o'clock. It's entirely possible, but I'm not making any promises, that I might well stream something. But right at this point, don't count on it. Which, of course, is one of the benefits of subscribing, because you'll get notifications when I do stream. So the usual question is, what difficulty mode am I playing? It's Voyager, which is the second easiest. Where am I? I am in the mountain town, otherwise known as Milton. And what I'll be doing today is probably trying to track down one or more of the deer I've shot. There's 2, in principle, dead deer out there that I would very much like to get my hands on for the meat and the hide. And we're almost up to 9 o'clock. And there we go. Well, let's be about it. So if memory serves, I am it's morning time. I've just woken up in the game. I'm amazingly not as hungry as normal. So let us gird our loins and brave the weather, and hopefully it's not too terrible outside. I did check, and it's not too bad. And once again, I'll be trying to track down crows, which will hopefully lead me to what I want. And of course we can hear crows as usual, but I've pretty much got the regular ones mapped out in my head. There's a patch of crows, well, not those, over in that direction, but that's marking a dead body. There's a dead body over there. You get the general idea. So what I'm going to do, after I equip my revolver, is that's interesting. There's something way off in the distance over there. I can't tell whether that's a wolf or not. Or is it just a blob on the landscape? So, this is, so far, probably going to be a repeat of yesterday. As I narrated, there was a deer I shot with a bow, and I tracked the blood trail all the way around, behind the houses, this way, this way, this way, this way, across the road, in this direction. So I will be attempting to explore this area and see whether or not my deer is anywhere. It might be frozen solid, but I should still be able to harvest it. I can't remember whether I've mapped this area. Okay, I have. Yeah, you can see the bodies. There's one here, there's one there. And what I'm looking for is... I haven't checked over there. So... which I think is over in that direction. So we'll have a look. And see if we can find anything. Oh boy, it's a bit cold for me. Yeah, I've checked down here. I'm not about to go trying to crawl down. I would almost certainly hurt myself. And there's the farm that is my usual abode. And so at a rough guess, I'm not sure I've mapped this particular spot. Oh, that was a more or less reasonable guess. Yeah, not jumping down there. Definitely not jumping down there. We'll comment it around this way. As I recall, I should be able to get down here. Here we go. I ought to check out towards the church just in case. I hadn't checked that specific area yesterday. Let's see whether this is close enough. Not a bad guess on my part. Yes, my concern is I'm actually getting quite cold. Left the house too early. What I ought to do is head back to the house and warm up, but instead I will head towards the farm. It should be close enough for me to get there and warm up.
Can't feel my hands.
I'm actually good for food for a few more days, but I definitely want to find those dead deer. And actually the fact that the crows are not here yet means I'm out too early, I think. There's a few more rabbits around than previously here. I pretty much hunted this area out. I think there are more deer than rabbits in this general area now. Oh yes. Hanging around was not a good idea.
I'm weak.
Yeah. Let's head in. Take a nap. Should warm me up nicely, and hopefully it won't be so cold out. Yes, that's what we want. How much water have I got? Yeah, it should be enough. I'll grab some anyway. Oh, looks like it's going to be one of those days. Definitely on the cold side. How far do deer run when they've been hit? I mean, in reality, it's a variable distance. I don't know how far they run in the game. I got really lucky with the meat I'm currently eating. The deer literally dropped dead in front of me. Yeah, but the fact that I can't see... Normally there's crows over this hut, and I'm not seeing them, so I can only assume that the weather is blowing a bit too much for them to be too happy. Not hugely familiar. I haven't... Something I should point out is that I'm essentially learning everything as I go. My knowledge of the game, such as it is based on two things. My own time in the game, and back during the COVID pandemic, I watched some videos then, but COVID pandemic was, 4.5, 5 years ago, so I suspect a lot has changed in the game since then, so whatever knowledge I might have picked up is a good chance it's out of date. And in truth, what I was mostly watching, I think, and I can't remember the guy's name, excuse me. Oops, didn't unmute, I apologise. I was wondering what this little red light was flickering in my right eye. It turns out it was the mute button. going to check my traps. Tell you what, it is awfully tempting to use the revolver on deer, but I can in principle always make more arrows, and there is a finite supply of ammunition even if I get all the reloading equipment. Yeah, my sense is that it is extremely cold here. Curiously, I think the rabbits are the wrong colour. I would expect them to be white, but yeah, here's my traps. Oh, that reminds me, I need to make another one. I had 4 traps, but oh, I was going to head back towards the church, wasn't I? Because I hadn't checked that area out recently. I mean, I've been, I say all round. But again, I think it's too windy and too cold for the deer. For crows, sorry. Even though it's, oh no, it's warming up. I'm actually warming up. That's good. I tell you what I'm going to do also. Now, there's all these things that I could do. I'm going to go back along the route that I tracked the deer in the first place. Just on the off chance. The good news is, in principle, if I do find one of the carcasses, it shouldn't be ravaged, so I should be able to get a fair old amount of meat off it. Yeah, that poor animal came all the way round here, more or less, for certain values of all round. Oh, it seems to have calmed it down a bit. At some point I ought to see if I can get to Mystery Lake. If nothing else, there's a whole bunch of resources in that area which could be useful. Although there is increased risk that I will have to defend myself, but there are places where I can take cover. There's one spot near the dam I always hear, okay, crows are out. I always get attacked by a wolf there and end up running for a cabin. It's right up near the dam. Now, if I'm right, those crows are probably marking a body if I can see them. Where are they? Oh, grief. I nearly had a heart attack. Alright, where are those crows? I can't tell the sound if the sound is directional or not. I don't have the sound turned up an enormous amount on this. I have got it more or less balanced. Oh, yeah, no, that's the... I'm pretty certain that's the dead body over here. I will check anyway, but I'm pretty certain that's what that is. Yes, I think so. Yeah. No, I don't expect to see anything back here. I don't think I've been back here, that's all. Might have found a suitable replacement keyboard. I can't remember who manufactures it now. But most importantly, it's a good, upscale, solid, according to the reviews, keyboard. And it's wired, which is what I want. I don't like Bluetooth keyboards. At least with the wired keyboard, you can be pretty certain it's always going to work when it's connected to your computer. Whereas with Bluetooth, yeah. If you have an emergency situation, you know, Bluetooth goes down, you lose charge, it's always useful to have a manual backup, so to speak, by which I mean wired. So wired keyboard does it. There are circumstances, for example, under which the mouse that I'm using, which is Bluetooth, will not reconnect with the computer for reasons, I suppose. But having a wired keyboard means I can be reasonably sure that I can get some control and at least do a restart. But I can't remember the name of the keyboard now. No. I've got it saved somewhere, so I might take a further look at it, see whether I can get it in this country. So there's the church. There was a note I found in town talking about someone's stash hidden behind the church. Actually, I can't remember whether it said behind the church or behind the altar. Hello? Oh, is that just a fallen log? It looks like a bale of hay. Morning, Juan. I am still progressing. I am 41 days in. I can't remember what you saw me do last time you were on. I think... Well, if you were watching me yesterday, you know what I'm doing. I'm trying to find the body of one of two deer that should be dead, and I lost, most irritatingly, but I did get another one, which I was fortunate enough literally dropped dead in front of me when I shot it, so... Ryan Smith, 1967 to 1984. Oh, he was quite young. Now, what Ah, ooh, now that's interesting. Aha! Aha! Ah, it's ravaged. Never mind. Oh, I can't get anything from it, but I can get some hide, which is good. I want hide. I want the hide, but this is not. This is. I don't think this is the deer I shot. But I got the hide, which is what I want. I definitely wanted the hide because I want to be able to make myself some. I think it's a deerskin coat. One of the animals I shot was a buck, so. But that could just have been there. Thank you, guys. If I continue the way I'm going, I end up back heading towards the farm. But I'll settle for that. Yeah, I shot a buck and a doe. The doe was the one that headed out in this direction. There's a wolf. Whoops. Oh, well, that gets the blood circulating through one system. Don't know how long to give it before I
would do anything for a drink right now.
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot your water. Well, looks like I can. Let's take a quick break. Hopefully the wolf will have gone and I'll hightail it back. I am carrying meat. It makes me slightly stinky. Very tempted to run. Don't know if these wolves in this game react to a run situation the way they might. Did not know there was a wolf over there. That, of course, is the downside. If the deer's too far away, you've got to haul it a long way, and you've got raw meat on you, so... Very tempting to the local predatory wildlife. I suppose I should be thankful we don't have wolverines in the game. Admittedly, I don't actually know of any instances where a wolverine's attacked a man in the wild, but it's one of those things that wouldn't surprise me at all if it had actually happened. Oh, I do have some fresh rabbit. Okay, that's good. Let's drop. I'll drop that. Hopefully that will mitigate the stinky factor. Oh. And I'll drop the hide. Where's my other hide gone? It would be embarrassing if I lost it. Where did I put the other hide? Oh, there we go. Alright. One quick check of the traps. I don't think I'm going to have the time today to make a deerskin coat, so that will have to be maybe next time. That would probably be Monday. I sort of made it a focus of my game to hunt as much as possible, so that I'm reserving whatever other food I've got for emergencies. Strikes me as being tactically a good move. So what I've been doing is, where possible, I will hunt a deer and then use rabbit to supplement my supplies. Pretty much like that. I don't know if I'm actually any good at hunting with rabbits, but I reckon I've got about a 50% hit rate. 50%? Maybe a bit less. So that was worthwhile. There are still items I need, as I've been complaining before. I have not been able to find a whetstone here, and I do need one. And the only other place I know of, off the top of my head, where I'm pretty certain I'll be able to find one, is Mystery Lake, which I think is over there. I haven't been able to get up to the tower there, so I don't know if there's likely to be one there or not. So what we'll do is we will grab our mouldy venison, And I wonder if I'm safe to do this. Let's see. I did have a wolf actually come after me, and I did hit it, but I never found the body.
It's getting dark out here. Time to look for shelter.
I'm awake enough. I think I will do a spot of cooking if I can find the kitchen. Where's the kitchen? Oh, it's this way, isn't it? Cooking in the dark. Yep. Yeah, the one time I did have a wolf come after me. I'm pretty certain I got a pretty good solid shot on it, but again, I never found the body. So I may well have missed. Oh, I know I've got some wood around here. Need a couple of hours of fuel. That's not going to do it. I know I've got some more. Come on. Lita should do it. Let's try that. How about that? That was quite successful. For half a second I thought there was somebody in the room that was yawning, but it was that would have been distinctly creepy. Oops. Forgot the most important thing. Right. Should be getting on for day 43, I think. Excuse me. "43 days.
I've been so hungry in my life.
Oh, it's past the time.
I'm gonna need to eat soon.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. That's really not going to happen.
My stomach is eating itself.
Hang on. Now that I can see. Oh, I used up all my wood. All right. I need more wood. Okay, that's fine. So it would appear a kilogram of fresh venison, or 2 rabbits maybe. And yeah, it's actually too cold for me to be wandering around at the moment. Yeah, my body temperature is dropping quite quickly. So, what do I need? Wood. I need to find those deer. But it's definitely too cold for me to be just wandering around. Make sure I know where my various bits are. If in doubt, take a nap. Don't really have anything to do. Oh, I'm not tired enough. Okay. Definitely need wood. Mental note to self, get wood. Unless I get distracted by something else. Oh no. No. This is not ideal. Let me have a quick look at my clothing. That's still working. Those are working. Those are working. So I think you can make a deerskin coat. Not sure if you can make deerskin pants. I will find out. Okay. Check the snares. Hunt for wood. I should be okay. Cross fingers. It is... yeah. Definitely on the cold side. So yesterday, me and... can't remember who it was, I apologise. We're talking about guns, and I don't mean the pros and cons. So, anybody want me to pontificate more about technology behind firearms? Well, I'll give you a little bit. Anybody know what the purpose of a brass cartridge case is? Well, cartridge case has 3 purposes. The modern brass cartridge case. It has 3 purposes. The first one's the obvious one, and that is it's a self-contained container for the bullet, for the powder, and the primer, which throughout most of firearms history have been separate. Well, that's the first and most obvious purpose for a brass cartridge. But it's arguably it's of equal importance to the next function of a brass cartridge, which is to act as a gasket. Oh, this is not good weather. I'm going to dash back home. Because when you think about it, when you set off and you load a cartridge into the chamber, you strike the primer, the powder fires, and the bullet exits down the barrel. Well, what you've got there is a lot of hot gas. And it wants to go forwards because that's where the hole in the barrel is, but it also wants to go backwards. And the purpose of the cartridge case is to stop that, because when it's fired, the cartridge actually expands in the breech and forms a gas seal. And that is vital, because otherwise you've got a very real risk of getting hot gas being blasted straight back into your face, which is distinctly undesirable. And in fact, in early breech-loading firearms, that was a problem. And the brass cartridge case solved it very nicely. So that's the second purpose for a brass cartridge. And the third purpose is important in some circumstances. It acts as a heat sink. That is, all that burning gas creates heat, which is absorbed by the brass, and obviously by the chamber around the brass. And if you eject the cartridge case quickly enough, you basically remove a lot of heat from the breech, and that is very important in semi-automatic and fully automatic weapons. Otherwise, if you fire a long burst and then you leave a cartridge case in the breech, there is a chance it will cook off on its own, which is not desirable. So there you go, 3 purposes for a brass cartridge case. And the surprising thing that a lot of people don't realize is that the brass cartridge case itself isn't just a brass tube. It's more complicated than that. It's actually got a distinct hardness profile from the base to the neck. It's generally harder at the base and softer towards the neck, because you want the brass to be soft enough to release the bullet, and you want it to be soft enough and yet springy enough to expand, block gases trying to come backwards, and then when the pressure lowers enough, you want the cartridge to, you want the case to be elastic enough to return to its former shape. And you do that through very careful heat treating of the brass. Early cartridge cases were actually made of copper, and that was not as conducive to those qualities. What am I going to do now? Well, I've still got wood I can harvest, but I mean, I've got nothing to fix. I got nothing to make. Oh, I never noticed that picture before. Is that a gun rack? Why couldn't you have left me a rifle? I'd take them. If I had a rifle, I'd go after the moose. Oh well, let's have a little look at my inventory, see what I've got that's of interest in here. I need to make some fire-hardened arrows. I'm told you can't take a deer with it. I might try anyway. I've got enough to make 3. I've got the flare gun, which apparently you can use on bear. Not sure I really want to try that, but anyway. Why am I carrying a cured stick around? I don't know. I've got enough water. I've got cloth. Do I have bandages? Don't know why I'm doing this. Oh, let's harvest that. I'm going to need another bow at some point. Let's make some bandages, if I can remember how. Anybody remember how I make bandages? How do I make... Ah. Bandage, bandage. There we go. There we go. Gives me something to do. Let's see if we've got anything else that I should know about. Yeah, I need a... Oh, okay, let's have a look-see. I don't need a bear hound. Don't need one of those. Yeah. Anybody fancy hunting 2 bears? I don't. I haven't found any scrap lead. Now, this always amuses me. That is, yeah, charcoal, sulfur, and that would be potassium nitrate. So, yeah, that's for making black powder. Okay, so deerskin boots. I've made those. Deerskin pants. There we go. I'm in a position to start thinking about making deerskin pants. I thought I could have a deerskin coat, but I'll settle for deerskin pants. Why can't I make deerskin coat? No, that would be I mean, there's no particular reason why I couldn't. Oh, there's a reason to go after the moose. Now I'm tempted to go after the moose. Use the revolver. Very tempted to go after the moose, actually. Okay. So I'm on the way to making pants, and if I can get the moose, I can make a cloak. And that would be useful. Oh, hi Ruth. Sorry, I didn't notice your comment. The Long Dark is a survival game. There are other modes of playing it, but I'm basically playing survival, which is how long can I survive without dying. The basic scenario is you're stuck somewhere in the Canadian North, and yeah, you can see the problems with the weather. We've got a blizzard going at the moment, which means it is highly desirable that I do not go walking around, because you can get quite lost and freeze to death. You can also starve to death. You can also die of thirst, and you can get mauled by a bear, eaten by a wolf, or trampled by a moose are some of the other risks. It's single player, although I understand the sequel is going to be multiplayer, which should be interesting. And the whole goal is survival. It looks very cold. It never. I don't think it ever says just how cold it is outside, but I do know that what I'm wearing at the moment and I'll show you. So what I'm wearing at the moment is this is enough to keep me warm during the day. Oh, in fact, this is a good example of things that are going wrong. You can see here just my brief exposure to the blizzard earlier and now is enough to actually put me in potential trouble. And the more I stay outside, the faster I'm going to freeze to death. So hypothermia becomes a very real problem. You can experience frostbite, and that permanently damages your health. So actually the best thing I could probably do right now is not that different from where I used to live in Austria. Probably colder though. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sacrifice some of the wood in the house, warm up, and dry myself off. If I can get... one of the things you end up doing a lot is making water. That's a very common thing you end up doing. No, I don't have... Oh, could have sworn I had a... Did I not have... Hang on, where's my... And so you can see excess water I'm storing here because it's always useful to have. I'm curing deer hide because I need that. Where did I put... Now I've forgotten what I was looking for. Never mind. I'll probably remember just too late. Oh, I was looking for my tin cans. Did I put them down here? It's so Ruth, it's a very slow game. It requires patience. You are not going to get into a fight with zombies. In fact, you really don't want to get into any kind of fight at all. It's entirely too likely to cause you to have a significant emotional moment.
Come on. Turned out pretty well.
So I know that I need 2 hours for what I'm doing. Which is cooking water.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Didn't realise I had 2 cooking pots there. Hello Anna, how are you? You've caught me right in the middle of the fascinating process of making water. Oh dear, I just used a euphemism for going to the toilet, didn't I? That's not quite what I meant. Although I've been streaming for nearly... Have I been streaming for nearly an hour already? I'm coming up to my break time. Typically what happens is I stream for an hour, take a quick break to relieve the pressure on my old man's bladder, and then stream for another hour. So that's the general plan. How are you doing, Anna? Yes, no kidding. And I just made a whole bunch of it, so that should keep me going for a while. Yeah, I think that's a little bit too much water than I actually need. So that saves me from having to cook up water. So, in fact, I am going to do what I just said. I will. The game will pause. I wish I had an intermission screen and play music. I'm going to have to look at doing that. But so yes, I'm going to take a quick break. I typically take 3 or 4 minutes. So if you need to take a break yourselves, people, now's a good time to do it, because when we get back, things will get really exciting. I'm kidding. Probably just as quiet, I hope. I don't need excitement in this game. Excitement in this game is never a good thing. So, I will see you all fairly shortly. And I'm back. At least 3/4 of a litre? I think you need more than that. And I think I just lost most of the people watching. Uh, it's yeah, I drank half a litre of water just then. Let's grab a little bit more just in case. Let's see. The other thing I'm notable for, apart from dying in the game, is getting lost in my own house. Oh, okay. Well, that kept me busy till almost the end of the day. I will... Yeah. Not too tired, not too cold. I can take a quick trip, check my traps, pick up a stone. I like to think... Oh! Yes, sorry. I'm weird. Some things I think of in terms of imperial units, and some things I think of in terms of metric. Might as well, seeing as I'm here. Oh, that's got to be the worst shot I have ever made. Yeah, I'm of that generation where I started out life, everything was imperial, and then everything's kind of switched to metric around me, and as a result I think in a mixture of units. Some it's second nature, some I have to think. Honestly, I'm probably still happier with Imperial, but, you know, I like to think I'm sufficiently flexible that some things I can do in metric. I don't know, metric is a far more logical and rational way of doing things, but it can get a bit strange. And we were talking about firearms earlier. I still think in primarily in Imperial for that, and obscure Imperial as well. Bullet weights that I'm used to are expressed in grains. Then you may be thinking, what the heck is a grain? Well, there's 437.5 grains to the ounce. And I think it's 15.4 grains to the gram. So, yeah. Interestingly, when I was working in Austria, I was working on semiconductor cleaning systems, which involves plumbing. And one of the things I had to learn to do was trace plumbing diagrams, which is not that difficult. You can learn to do it. But what was interesting, in a country as thoroughly as metric as Austria, the plumbing is in inches. And from what I gather, I'm not sure if that's universal, but it is very common. Even in countries which use the metric system, they still use inches for plumbing. Go figure. Right. Oh, I need food. I didn't get my food from outside. I still have a fair few bit there. What do I want? Yes, I have. That's where I got attacked by a wolf. You mean the Orca gas station? Yes, I've been there. One place I'd like to go, but I have not yet found a way to get there, is the radio tower. I haven't been able to find a way up. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. I've tried numerous times. There's a signpost over here, which implies you should be able to get up to it, but I never have been able to get up there. Yeah, in principle, there should be a dead wolf somewhere in the region of the gas station, but I haven't been able to find it. I'm pretty certain I got at least one solid hit on it. Because it, I had a good sight picture and it yelped and ran off. So I think I might have hit it. So... And we are... Yeah. Heading off to sleep. Bit early, to be honest, but I'm not... It's easier to spend time this way. Really tempted to take a shot at the moose, because I could use the cloak. I'm going to wake up far too early. Yep. Why am I... Oh, I'm carrying... Why am I stinky? What am I carrying that's making me stinky? Not seeing anything. Oh, it's the gut. I forgot to drop the gut. Remind me in the morning.
I could eat anything right now.
I mean, I'm assuming you can take a moose with the revolver. What did I just throw? Yeah, let's throw stones in the dark. I forgot I was holding stones. Well, what I might do then is scout out a suitable location.
I need to find food.
Okay. Right. Remember to drop the gut. Where's my other deer hide? Huh? Progress is being made. Oh, I forgot I was carrying the rabbit. Okay. Let's see. Please don't be a blizzard outside. Not too bad. I've seen worse. Yeah. It's not excuse me. Yeah, it's too cold for me to try and take an excursion up there, but that doesn't stop me from going back to my rabbit source. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I can't imagine the bow doing much better, to be honest. Not on something as large as a moose. Might be worth a try.
Die if I don't get some food soon.
I've got 32. So you just convinced me not to use the well, I've been very tempted a time or two to use the revolver on deer, but well, it was worth a shot. Well, if I ever get desperate, that's what I'll do. But I still have one arrow left. So, in principle, should be good for one more. The other two arrows, I had 3 at one point. I lost one with the first deer I got. Can't remember now. That's a fairly hefty rabbit. Yeah, I kind of do. Let's drop that for now. I need wood. I'm tempted to make some fire hardened arrows, but if I've got stones, I don't really need them. What was I thinking? Oh, wood. I'm sorry, what did I say? Said no man ever? Did I inadvertently say something amusing? Oh, sorry. Completely missed me. I completely missed that one. Well, I guess I'm just going to have to make deal with twigs. I suppose I can be, it's just that when I'm doing two things at once, it's easier to miss implications like that. I do find it slightly challenging to play the game and talk about something at the same time, especially if it's not game related. Yeah, still getting cold. Don't want to push my luck. Come here. Damn it. Pardon my French. Sorry about that. That little dot is surprisingly difficult, I find, to align when you're in a hurry. Yes, that's in a rabbit patch. On my best day, I actually had 3 rabbits there in the snares. Yeah, that probably wouldn't have been a great shot there. My best shot at a rabbit was actually in that exact same situation. I hit it, couldn't pick it up fast enough, it got up and ran. I reflexively threw a stone and hit it again. I was very impressed with myself, even if it was by a complete accident. Yes, but I generally make a point of not swearing during my live streams. I think damn is the worst thing I've said. I always try and remind myself that while no young people watch this, at least not according to the statistics, I... Oh, okay, I'll do that. Oops. I always like to try and make content that I would be quite happy for anybody to watch. Now, granted, if there are some subject matters that some might not consider suitable. I was talking about firearms technology earlier, but I don't personally regard that as being unsuitable, so... But I do try and keep the language to a minimum. Okay, you see, I've yeah, all right. So my minimum standards I have sort of met. Oh, I see. Yes, they do. They do. I see what you mean by reset. I hadn't really noticed. Silly me. There are young people who actually watch me, or just people who watch, or he watches other people playing The Long Dark. When I actually started this channel, my original goal was to make it for young people, except that no young people ever watched it. So I abandoned that and marked it as not safe for kids, even though I do my utmost to make sure it is safe for kids. So that means, I'm not going to engage in overtly emotional displays, for example. What was I doing? Oh, yes. What time of day is it? One thing, I remember when my son was quite young, his mother got quite concerned about a YouTube channel. Ah. Oh, right. Yeah, no, when my son was little, he watched Dan TDM. And his mother and my grandmother were rather concerned because, and from what I've seen, nothing wrong from what I've seen of Dan TDM. I don't watch him, but I did to try and understand their concerns. And one thing I did not like, and what I've seen in other content kind of aimed at young people, and yes, I say young people, not kids. Don't ask me why. Is the emotional nature of it. I think it encourages people to be overexcited, and I do not wish to encourage overexcitement. so I don't do that. And not that I can. I don't think I have the acting skills to get overexcited. I think the most excited I get was sort of that sort of self-effacing laughter when I'm startled by a deer. Actually, I can think of the time I did get what I would call emotional. I was reading the end-user license agreement for Sky Children of the Light. Yeah. And there's a part in it about the zombie apocalypse. I kid you not. And I absolutely broke down with laughter because I thought it was so funny. But that's about as much as I can bring myself to do. I'm very much of the what is it? Not the yes. John Cleese once commented on. I think it was sort of the British, but it's not really approach to. Oh, there's a natural disaster, and how you or something happens, and rather than just immediately and emotionally react, it's sort of recommended that you take a look and say, "Oh, that's interesting," and then react. And I tend to favour that. How do I get up there? Oh yes, yes. Actually, one of them is technically me because I have over here the live stream just so that if there's an issue I can see it out of my left eye, hopefully. So it's technically 5. So whenever you see people watching, subtract 1. How do you get up there? I mean, I've tried going around the other way. Oh, heck, never mind. Hasn't in the past. At least I don't think I did. I might wibble a bit. Oh, I see what you mean. If I died at this point, yes. No, I don't think I would. I'll be honest. Every time I stream this, I expect to die. So. If I was in Mystery Lake, I probably would have died already. This area here is the easiest area I've been to live in. Did I just run out of water? Yes, I did. Okay. Well, that's good enough for now. I should say I've got no particular problem with YouTubers who do use language that I would prefer them not to, as long as they're as long as it's understood that they're not intending it for young people. I mean, I'm sure I've gotten a great deal of humour. In fact, I think some of my, say, favourite YouTubers. Yes, I put myself in their situation and say to myself things like, no, I wouldn't say that, but I don't object to them doing it. That's, ooh, almost. Yeah, I am an adult, after all, so therefore I'm quite familiar. Uh, oh! Wascally Wabbit. Grey Mothers is this house here? Yeah, that's, I only know that because I think I saw it in somebody's, video a long time ago. Oh! Oh no, they're flying off somewhere. What's my... Oh, everything seems to be in good condition. What time is it? How long have I been... Oh, hang on a second. I just noticed OBS has stopped showing my preview for some strange reason. And as far as I'm aware, I didn't disable it. You know, standing in the middle of the street trying to look at seeing what OBS is doing is probably not the best place to engage in that activity. Well, I guess I'm going to be doing some cooking. Hang on a second. I just want to see whether I can... Oh, there we go. Right. Oh, that was alright. Yeah, looks like it. Yeah, there is still so much in a way that I would like to do with streaming. I've got some ideas. I'd love to be able to have a proper intermission with music, but that would probably get me not a copyright strike, a copyright warning. I've done that before. I played copyright-free music, and YouTube, they didn't give me a copyright strike, but their warning was, if this is ever monetized, the use of this music might result in copyright problems. So, I mean, given that I don't expect ever to be monetized doing this, I probably could just go ahead and do that kind of thing. So then I would need a proper intermission screen, which, yeah, I could probably sort that out, actually. Should have sticks, shouldn't I? Oh yes, I've got more than enough. Yep, I'm good to go. So yes, an intermission screen would be good. And a sort of lead-up screen. That would also be good, with a countdown.
Come on.
Wouldn't mind at some point if I had a way of displaying chat so that it's transparent. I don't know whether people would want to see chat on the live stream, but I know some streamers do that, so that would be an interesting little challenge for me to do. Oops, sorry. Oh, that's more water. Where am I getting all the water bottles from? That's what I'd like to know. Oh, that should be enough food to get me through the night. And it's still too early for me to go to bed. Not too blizzardy. I haven't got any guts and bits on me, have I? I am slightly surprised in this run. I've learned to manage my inventory better. Which, when you're carrying 20 pounds of deer meat, actually it was more than that, it was 11 kilos, I think. See? I just did it. I switched from metric to imperial, or imperial to metric, and didn't even really think about it. I do have a Twitch account. In fact, I started streaming on Twitch. Never got any huge success out of it. YouTube has been much better for me for streaming. I would like to simulcast. That's something else I'd like to do. Unfortunately, I think simulcasting is a paid service. So, I might consider it. But I do know in principle that it's possible. But then I'd have to have 2 sets of chat screens up. I could do it. I mean, it's not as if I don't have the screen space. I've got 3 screens here, so... Oh, heck, conceivably, I could stick it up here. I actually have a... You can't see it from here. My screen setup is like this. I've got a 34-inch widescreen that I play the game on. Then I've got 1 screen on either side, like wing screens. And then attached to my laptop over here, I have a 40-inch hands-free display monitor, sort of commercial display monitor. It's only 1080p, but it's great for watching videos or the BBC on. Yeah, no, I just checked, I think. Yeah, I'm good. So, yeah, actually, I have the screen space. I don't know that I could read the screen from this distance. It's, yeah. But no, simulcasting is definitely something I'd have to try at some point. I would prefer it if I could simulcast to 2 services myself, but I don't think I have the internet to do that. So I'd have to use a simulcast service, and I can't remember what it's called. But I'll have to take a look. I think I've got an account. Now that I think about it. Yeah, getting the hands-free was amusing. I found a 40-inch screen. Actually, it's 39.5, and it was exactly what I wanted. So I ordered it from Laptops Direct in the UK. And no problems. Got it when I was supposed to get it, and all the rest of it. They actually called me. I think their purpose was to make sure that I knew what I was getting. Because most non-commercial people apparently don't want a 40-inch display, and I specifically did. I'll give the rabbits a break. I have to admit, sometimes it's just nice to have a little walk around. Does anybody know how to get up to the radio tower? I should look it up. Don't feel like going to bed yet. I mean, in the game. Right, so I'm good for about 5 days there at the moment. Yes, that's what I tried. I'll try it again. It's really too early to go to bed. Hang on. So what you're saying is... no, I mean... It's kind of turning into a long dark streaming channel because that's what people seem to be interested in. But I do typically on Sundays, but not this Sunday. I do stream Sky, Children of the Light. I've also streamed The Pathless and sometimes No Man's Sky. I mean, there's a few here that I have, but The Long Dark is the most popular one. And the other things that I have streamed in the past include me doing things like what was it? I did stream myself reading that game company's end user license agreements and privacy policies and everything else, which strangely was quite popular. Not the stream when I uploaded to YouTube. One of the things I kind of... So basically what you're saying, Anna, is go up that way, right? Well, you can talk me through it in a bit. But it would be much harder to have a conversation while I'm reading documentation, because that kind of defeats the purpose. Although I suppose I could give it a bash. That might be interesting. I could also... I must admit, I wouldn't mind a live stream where I take a look and see how Minecraft's changed over the last year, because I know there's been a whole bunch of updates that I haven't looked at. Well, if the weather's any good in the morning, That's what we'll do. Excuse me while I slurp. "45 days. Now, normally I'd probably bring this stream to an end, but now I'm curious.
I could eat anything.
If the weather's any good when I wake up here, we'll have a go at the radio tower. And I'll probably get there and find there's absolutely nothing of use, but let's try it again. Oh. More than enough. Let's see what the weather's like. Nope. Nope. That's a big no-no. Not going anywhere in this. Yes. Not only no, but hell no. I would get lost. I absolutely guarantee it. Well, having said that, well, no. There's just one thing I wanted to check. So I've got a cured deer. That's 2 cured deer hides. I've got not up here, unfortunately, and that one's on its way. So next time out, it looks like I'll be making deerskin pants. I'll have to go back to the farm to do that. So, given that this is morning, I'm trying to think. I don't have anything to do inside the house at this point, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would do it. I could make more water, but that seems a bit redundant. I've got more than enough of that. Everything's on good condition. I'll tell you what I will do. I'll go outside and get myself a screenshot. Oh! Oh, okay. Oh, hang on. Hang on. Hang on. This is clearing up. It might be... It might be worth going. I think I'll wait an hour. Don't think I can sleep, can I? Nope. Let's just wait an hour.
Something to eat.
Okay. Alright. Let's try this again. This time with feeling. Right, Anna. I am now relying on you to guide me up here. Yes, you're probably right. To be honest with you, though, I actually find 3 hours really quite exhausting. 5 hours is, no, completely out of the question. 2 hours is a good. I burned out recently, and part of that was I streamed too much. I didn't take enough downtime. 2 hours is pretty good. It's about as much as I can do, really. It does depend, but no, 3 hours is generally leaves me actually quite exhausted. Okay, where do I go from here? I mean, I can't get through there. Doesn't seem to be any way up there for me. That's going to kill me if I try that. What am I missing? Oh, it's not a case of... Yeah, this is it. This is the end of the path, I think. See, I can't get through here at all. Yeah. I must be incredibly dense because I'm not... I mean, I assume you mean from climb the roots. I can climb the roots? How do I climb the roots? I didn't know you could climb roots. Please don't tell me it was something as daft as that. Oh, you're kidding me. Was that it? Oh. Was it as simple as that? I am such a twit. Yay. Ah. And there was nothing in there. I think I said earlier if I found a way up there would be nothing up here. And it appears that I might have been correct. a supply bin that happens to be empty. Well, seeing as I'm up here, I might as well amble in this general direction. I can't believe it was that simple. Do you know why I never noticed in the past? Probably because I always had the revolver out. And I don't think it showed me the climb icon until I put it away, maybe? Oh! Is this something I should be worried about, or is this the tunnel to the next area? Oh, look at that. Coal? Useful? Useful. Don't need it right now, but that's good to know. I probably ought to bring a torch with me next time. Oh, it's not a problem. Well, I found a cave. There's some coal in it, which I don't really need right now. But it seems to be a dead end. But, oh well, that was different. Ish. Of course, the challenge now... There isn't a bear around here, is there? That would be off-putting. Ooh. Oh, there's a deer. Where's the deer? If that's the buck I killed earlier, I'm going to be quite irritated. It's not. But I'll take what I can. Right, now is definitely a case of make my way back home, because I am stinky. Hang on, am I going the right way? I'm not, I wasn't. And now here's the nerve-wracking bit. For me. carrying raw meat down a hill. Still, it's another day and a half of food. And another deer hide. I reckon that's a successful day. Progress. Alright, how do I climb down? Oh, look at that. Thank you so much, Anna, for that turned out to be so useful. I really appreciate that. That's been bugging me, I think, the entire time that I've been in this town, which is now over a month in game time. Did not know. I should have figured it out. They've got these obvious routes. I should have figured out that there was a way to get up. I mean, really. That is some major league lack of perception there. Let's see if I've got enough stuff to cook this up. And as usual, I head in completely the wrong direction. Let me have a look and see what I've got for fire. 3. Don't have enough, do I? Thought I had more sticks than that. Alright, I will. What I'm going to do is... Look at that lovely mouldy venison. Put my other deer hide down. Definite progress. Definite progress. And you saw it here first. Oops, didn't want to do that. Never mind. Imagine my chagrin that it was that easy. It's a very good job I'm not streaming this trying to pretend I know what I'm doing. Now, if it was Minecraft, I'd actually kind of do know what I'm doing. Although I haven't played in a while. I've probably forgotten stuff. But Minecraft is so 2012 these days, isn't it? I still wouldn't mind doing a stream where I try and investigate what changes have been made. But that's purely for me, as much as anything else. Oh heck, let's face it. A big punch of this is... I do it for fun. It's my hobby. Well, now I know my way up there. No, I don't. Oh well, no. I'm umming and ahhing and being indecisive to myself. Ignore that. Alright, that should be enough wood. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cook up my venison, make some water, and once that's done I will bring the stream to a close. So maybe 5 more minutes. Unless something profoundly interesting happens, which I don't think it's going to, given that I'm going to be indoors this entire time. We don't have unexpected things like zombie attacks as far as I'm aware, do we?
That didn't work. Come on. That did it.
Right. That, I have to say, is a fairly good conclusion. I'm happy with that. How would you do a vegan diet? A vegan diet in the long dark? I mean, the only thing that I can think... Oh, you could drink rose hips, and you could eat cattails. What other vegetarian options are there? Reishi mushrooms? I'm not going anywhere, I'm just going to drop the meat outside. Oh. And I suppose, just to be on the safe side, go check the traps. Alright, one last thing. Go check the traps. I've actually heard people in Minecraft talking about playing it in a vegan-friendly fashion, which is not that difficult. I'm pretty certain I've had long runs. Alright. Have a good day, Anna. But being vegan in Minecraft is actually fairly easy. Once you get golden carrots, you're good to go. Oh, look at this! 2 rabbits! Ah. Today has been a good day. So far. I'm probably going to get eaten by a bear in a minute. Oh yes, I see what you mean. It does need to be reset, doesn't it? Learned something new today. Well, I learned a lot new today actually, but you need to reset your traps. Right, so I will now hurry home through the blizzard, and then this time, and I really mean it, I will bring the stream to a close. Really. I do mean it this time. I did reset the traps, thank you. Tell you what, this game can be creepy sometimes. What do you think? Thumbnail? Might as well. Hang on a second. Oops, didn't want to do that. Right. Well, thank you everybody for watching. Thanks for keeping me company, appreciate it. Thanks for the chat. Next time I am going to be streaming this will be Monday. As I said, and as I said, almost certainly I'm not going to be streaming tomorrow or Sunday at 9 GMT. I probably won't be streaming Sunday at all because I will be out pretty much all day. Tomorrow I don't know. If I do, it's most likely to be in the afternoon if I stream at all. So failing that, I will see you all on Monday, where we shall resume this and maybe make me some deerskin pants. Yay. Right, I hope you all have a good day and a good weekend. And I will see you all next time.